what's one big thing in the aging population, and then what's one big thing in the youthful population that could really be a serious needle mover on this thing called health?
Well, in the aging population, it's muscle mass, right? That's 80% of the battle, as far as I'm concerned, in managing mobility, blood flow to the brain, strength and agility, balance comes into play there. So anybody who's, in that senior citizen category would be well served to increase their protein and start doing some weight training, and not a lot of weight training, but enough to build and sustain muscle mass. So that muscle mass, carries over into every other part of your body. So you can use it as a proxy, if you will. Say, well, if I go to the gym and I lift weights, that's great. I got arms and I got legs, but what does that do for the rest of me? Well, it prompts the heart to have to beat harder to keep up with that. So now the heart's working out. It prompts the lungs to breathe in deeply. So now you get the lungs working better. It prompts the liver to clear metabolites and to provide energy substrates more. All the organs in the body sort of depend on your decision to build muscle mass for them to have a reason to live. The bones will get brittle if you don't have strong muscles, because the bones all attach to a muscle. And so when the muscle gets stronger, the bone goes, I have to keep up. I have to get stronger. And so the morbidity that happens in older people, this end of life tragedy that so many people succumb to, it's either cardiovascular disease, which could have been mitigated by a better diet, more protein, working out. Cancer, that has maybe a lot to do with industrial seed oils, with free radical oxidative damage, blood sugar management, so diabetes, loss of limbs, all that stuff. Again, blood sugar management, very dependent on muscle strength and health and muscle mass. All these things come back to, you just got to build muscle. You don't even have to do aerobic stuff. I mean, that's, I think, one of the problems with the 60s and 70s with Ken Cooper and this whole thing about, he wrote the book on aerobics, literally called Aerobics. When you worked cardiovascularly, running, jogging, cycling, doing all these long distance things, that it would create a more healthy heart. Well, it sort of did, but everybody sort of then went in that direction of aerobics, and aerobic dance became a big thing in the 80s, and all the women were going to aerobic classes. And over the years, we sort of forgot that it's really muscle that drives most of this. And everything you do in the gym is aerobic anyway, right? All weightlifting has an aerobic component to it. So you're better off focusing on the weights than you are on the long distance slogging it out. So that's for the old people.
Hello friends, if you enjoyed that clip, then you can watch the entire thing by heading to this link over here, or you can find us wherever you find podcasts by searching Radical Health Radio. If there's value here, please hit that like button, let us know in a comment what your biggest takeaway was, and hit subscribe. Support the show as we support you. We'll see you soon.